Hello, Epic family. Hope you're doing well. It is the morning of, I'm really not even for sure what day it is. I gave up on that a few days ago, but it is absolutely gorgeous outside, and we've been busy trying to get, I don't know, just working around the house and just enjoying being with one another. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone is safe and no one's sick. And as always, I am missing you guys. I'm praying for you, and I cannot wait for all of us to be together again. Hopefully within a month we can start meeting. That's my heart. It's hopefully in a month we can start meeting again. But we'll have to see. But just know that I'm praying for you. And again, as always, if you need anything, send me a message, give me a call. I'll be more than happy to talk with you or talk with your parents. Anything that y'all going through, I'd love to be here for you. So, do you struggle with maybe comparing yourself to others? Maybe looking at folks and wishing that that's the way you looked, wishing that's the talent that you had. Just spending a lot of time looking at other people and comparing yourself to that person. I know in my life I've struggled with that. When I was this is pretty funny. Whenever I was a kid, when I was a baby, I was born with black hair, and in just a couple years it turned to red hair, and then a couple years after that, I guess whenever I was like 4, it turned like really blonde, and it stayed like really super blonde for a few years, and then I guess I was about 8th grade or so, it started getting darker, and a little bit darker, and now it's whatever this multicolored hair I've got, mostly gray, but it's all good. But the funny thing is that as so many of my friends wish that they had blonde hair, I always wanted to have black hair when I had blonde hair. I remember, this is so stupid, but I remember when Karate Kid came out, and I forget how old I was, but I was a young dude, and well, Ralph Macchio Danielson had black hair, and I really wanted black hair, and I was aggravated that I didn't have black hair. I wanted black hair versus blonde. So that's just kind of been who I am from time to time. I'll compare myself to other people, and know this, that most of the time when I'm comparing myself to other people, most of the time I am like putting down on myself and wishing I had what someone else had. I looked the way someone else looked, whatever. Now here's the deal. I have to remind myself, and thankfully, that's a loud truck going by, but thankfully, now that I'm an old dude, I'm past all that. I don't struggle with that anymore. I'm so blessed and content with who I am and who God has blessed me to be, and my family and all that stuff. I wouldn't change anything. But I want to look at this real quick, okay? So in 1 Samuel 16, verse 7. So 1 Samuel 16, verse 7. But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him." The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. So right here, what we have is Samuel is trying to anoint the next king. He's trying to find who is going to be taken over. He just had this big big mess with Saul. It didn't go well at all, and so he's looking for the next one to anoint, and you know, that this guy will be king. Well, someone's brought in front of him that immediately other people are like looking, and it's like, oh yeah, he is definitely royalty looking. I mean, he's going to fit the mold perfectly. This is the guy. And the Lord has to remind Samuel, it's like, I know he may look the part, but that don't mean he is the part. And so what we're seeing is this: the Lord does not look at things people look at. And this guy's height may have been just right. His looks were just right. Maybe he had wide shoulders and muscles and stuff just fit the role of what they were looking for. And just know this, people look at the outward appearance. So they were drawn by this one man's outward appearance. But the Lord told Samuel, he said, hey, that's not important to me. I'm looking at the heart. Now, as we know that just the following verse, man, we finding out that David is the one they're looking for. David is the one who's going to end up being anointed and will become king. And it even says in the scripture that David was, was a good-looking guy. That he had pretty eyes, and so here it does make reference to David's look, but we also know that in scripture it tells us that David was a man after God's own heart. And so we got to remind ourselves that our looks, man, okay, I get it. Yeah, take care of yourself, whatever, man, that's cool. But know that that's not what's important. Know that what's in the heart is what's important. Know that what your heart is doing, what your heart is consumed with, know that what the amount of your heart that you're sharing with people, and that's what's important. And that's the beauty of all of us, is the heart that God has given us. And sometimes it's our flesh that's getting all in the way, and it's covering up the goodness of our heart. And so I want to encourage you today to just seek who God has calling you to be. Seek out on living by this heart that God has put inside of you. And do good things for one another. Share the love of Jesus to other people. And remember that our looks, as that's important to some folks. I mean, in the end, it don't matter. It really does not matter what we look like. It don't matter how tall we are. It don't matter how much we weigh. It doesn't matter the color of our skin. It doesn't matter if we have facial hair or we don't have facial hair. It don't matter if we have blonde hair or Ralph Macchio hair. None of that stuff matters, man. But what matters is the heart that God has put inside of you, and that's what He's looking at, and that's what He's desiring for you to live by, is live by your heart. Hey, man, God bless you. I love you, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great rest of this day, whatever day this is. Peace out. Tebow loves y'all. Bye-bye.